subscribe, support, stay positive. Hey guys, well this is not a Tommy Talks episode. This is just me here with you and talking a little bit about WWE and what my thoughts on WWE is right now and what the state of that company is and why I think that company needs a change for the better, to be honest with you. So honestly, this past Monday Night Raw just honestly sucked, and I just could not stay awake during Monday Night Raw. I was either doing something else, talking to somebody else, and then finally, if you smell what The Rock is cooking, I woke up. I was like, The Rock? Oh my gosh, they kept that a secret. And The Rock comes out, and what does he leave me with? Just not happy at all. Just like absolutely left with like, why are you here? Why are you doing this? And everybody, if I hear the endless comments of WWE is fake, WWE is fake. Honestly, everything, yes, WWE is fake. It is. It's entertainment value. Now, my rant is this. WWE needs to stop pushing these sucky wrestlers. And what I mean by sucky wrestlers, I mean people like Brock Lesnar, people like Randy Orton, people like Kane, and just half of the people that they have on their roster. You know, I said this on Tommy Talks, that the fact is that the good talent that they have is in the back, and they're not pushing them out there because they're like, oh, and the fact is there's a contract deal apparently that where, you know, Brock Lesnar doesn't have to come out unless he's paid. You know what that's called? That's called a mercenary. You know, you pretty much pay. So wait a minute. If, you know, Brock Lesnar is the champion, and you have to, basically when you're a champion, you have to defend your title every single night. But apparently in Brock Lesnar's eyes, he doesn't have to defend his title every single night. He can defend it when basically Triple H gets up the phone and says, hey, Brock, come in, we're going to pay you, and defend his title. That's what I call a paid mercenary. And honestly, with the whole Daniel Bryan situation and him having his neck injury is just making me even more mad at the fact that he's the future. He is the future of that company, but in some way in the storyline of Triple H's eyes, he does not see Daniel Bryan as the spectacle, as the next, honestly, Stone Cold Steve Austin. And oftenly I see Stone Cold Steve Austin had a lot of balls. He was definitely firm. You know, he came in, knocked out, you know, Vince McMahon, and came in there. Back in the day, WWE had good writing. I look back on some of their old stuff, and it was decent. It was good stuff. And today, what do we have? We have Stephanie McMahon slapping another diva. We have the finally, you know, I'm going to tell you something. Another thing I want to rant about. The fact is that Triple H is the CEO of WWE now. Now, honestly, Triple H is not a good wrestler. He's not. He sucks. He's a bad wrestler, and somehow he pulled strings to get up that company. I'll tell you what else he did. He basically humped the boss's daughter, and that was the reason why. And he married the boss's daughter, and that's how he basically got up into that company. He humped the boss's daughter and had a few puppies, popped out a few puppies. Yes, his kids, had a few kids with her, and that's what got him locked in. Any wrestler would have been retired or in the Hall of Fame, but no, what is Triple H doing? He's taking the position of Vince McMahon, and here's Stephanie taking over the writing staff and firing all these other good writers and making her team write it, and everything she writes is crap, honestly. And it makes me angry because the crap they're producing, and they're like, Tommy, why do you watch it? Because it's keeps me on the edge of my seat sometimes, and I'm just like wanting to hit myself with a sledgehammer. WWE, WWE, WWE. Do I have an aneurysm? Oh, is my nose bleeding? Oh, put on another WWE thing. Oh, really? Okay, Stephanie's still an idiot, and Triple H is still a control freak? Oh, okay. That's all I need to know. Click. You know, have to smell. Oh, yeah. Oh, Rocky coming back to promote another movie? Really? Okay. Bye-bye. Yeah, it's just like, okay. Oh, you want to defend the title? Too bad. We have a mercenary as our champion because we don't have the kind of time to get decent wrestlers. We have a wrestling training organization, but we really don't give a damn of what wrestlers we have. We have a thing called NXT, but don't bother because in a couple more years, Silent Rage. Yes, there was a show called Tough Enough. I think it was back in 2010 or around it. I can't remember when it was. I was watching Tough Enough when Stone Cold Steve Austin was still, you know, kind of like signed with WWE and doing stuff on Tough Enough and doing all this stuff on WWE's format. And Silent Rage wins, and, you know, he gets slapped by Vince McMahon. He gets, you know, taken down by Stone Cold Steve Austin, and they say that's what it is to be in the WWE. They go, and then a couple of years later, where is Silent Rage? Nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. So I'm going to strip this jacket off. Just a little fun here. By the way, yes, I have this little ball cap I like to wear. And this video is not sponsored by these people. I'm just wearing the shirt. I went kind of casual today. No fedora, just a ball cap. And yes, I am wearing the wingtips. Yeah, I'm wearing wingtips right now. So, to be honest, do I like the new stuff on WWE? Do I like it that WWE doesn't just say $10 a month, once a month? Technically, they just say not for $9.99. That's $10, easily $10. And one thing is, WWE, I've said this multiple times, WWE wants shock value. They want to raise the audience up and scare the crap out of them. They want, as Vince McMahon says, expect the unexpected in the WWE. Well, they gave us that when they had the Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker match. And when I wasn't expecting it, I was pissed. I'm an Undertaker fan. I'm like, this guy is devoted. 21-0, you know, he beat CM Punk. I was happy because I hated CM Punk. I despise that man. He is not a champion, and everybody says, okay, honestly, a real wrestler, okay, for instance, some people may hate on me. No. I'm a John Cena fan, not because the loyalty and hustle, respect, or whatever that nonsense is. I'm a John Cena fan because the guy comes out every night on Raw, and he may not be there sometimes, but he's definitely doing all this other stuff in the background, and he comes out, he does the show, he wrestles, and then he goes in the back and then flies off to some fancy hotel, I guess. But the thing is that you don't see wrestlers like John Cena. People say, oh, he's so bland. He's just so stupid. But he has character. And people say, Tommy, really? Character? I'm like, yes, John Cena has character. You know, some people say he sucks as wrestling. He only knows how the FU and, you know, the submission move and, you know. So, and honestly, everybody's supposed to be saying that Roman Reigns is supposed to be the future of the WWE, but when you have a hernia, you know, how are you supposed to be the future of the company? And, you know, back in the day, I said this. I don't know if I said this in one of my videos, The Shield. is now a distant memory in our minds because they split it apart. And they, you know, just like with the Nexus, it's funny how WWE copies from so many other things, and how the hemisphere of the WWE world, the nation, mix up between real life and fake life, and that is in the WWE. And I can understand why a lot of people hate the WWE, is because WWE just provides the same crap night after night, and they have been busting the bubble of the PG era. They've been saying ass, they've been saying, you know, all this stuff. They actually, I think they actually told The Rock that he had to PG himself, and that's the guy of the Attitude Era. I can't remember what he said, but Joe Cronin said it. I don't know if Joe Cronin said it. I'll be getting on a topic about him. The title is, Who is Joe Cronin? And that's not an insult. I've interviewed the guy, but I'll get to talking about him. But I still have more of a rant about WWE. But, you know, if you take the status quo of each title on the WWE and you say, okay, Intercontinental title, that's a SmackDown title. And you say, Divas title, that would be a Monday Night Raw title. Now, the World Heavyweight title and the WWE Championship, that's Monday Night Raw, that's SmackDown. Now, WWE is just like, well, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to combine the titles and make it the World Heavyweight WWE World Heavyweight Championship title. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Why would you combine them? You have two different shows. And that's how it was back in the day. It was SmackDown had the World Heavyweight Championship, and Monday Night Raw had the WWE Championship. That's how it was. But then apparently when Triple H took over and he had been rubbing his hands all over WWE, he just managed to say, there may be, here's the thing. Here's what I say. WWE has a show on Friday. And what makes me sick about it is when they do a Monday Night Raw and they say, this coming up Friday, who won the World Heavyweight Championship or who won the Intercontinental Championship? We know who won the Intercontinental Championship. You know, because everybody that is a WWE fan tunes into Monday Night Raw on Monday at 8 o'clock. You know, everybody knows. Why would you want to go and wait for Friday to jump in and to watch and know who won the title? Here's what my thought is. They should get rid of SmackDown, and they should just keep Monday Night Raw. They had the best ratings with that show, and they should just get rid of SmackDown. Who cares if The Rock was his show, you know, and that, you know, blah blah blah, SmackDown, bring it to SmackDown. The guy can't even bring the SmackDown anymore. It's like, back in my day, I remember I used to say jabroni and I'd kick your jabroni ass. Pie licking. Here. Oh no, watch me take a bump. Oh, I think I popped a hernia. Oh no. I had to laugh because Batista came back. Bautista, as they called him back in WCW. I watched the Royal Rumble, and I was in tears because I was laughing so hard. Watching Batista wrestle for the first time after he had been fired in 2009, and after he had quit in 2009, I think that's when he left, around 2009 or 2010, and it made me laugh because he comes back, he's getting his butt whooped, but somehow, out of all the this is my opinion of Batista trying to wrestle. Like, it's like a jiggle line. It's just like, I can't keep up with you, Batista. And then, you know, he basically just throws out CM Punk out of the ring. And then CM Punk was just like, man, I'm done. Screw this place. I'm done. No way. Sorry. No, thank you. That was basically CM Punk is like, I don't get another title shot? Man, I'm quitting. I quit. I'm going to disappear for a while. And then make appearances off camera when the show would go off. And a lot of CM Punk fans are probably going to hate on me for this. But honestly, your champion, you know, CM Punk is hardly a champion. That title was given to him. And that title was given to him, honestly. And a lot of things that are going on in the WWE right now just really aggravate me because it's just like, I know it's all stage and it's all storyline, but it's really stupid how they have good wrestlers in the back. You know, like Zack Ryder. You know, Zack Ryder, he is an innovative wrestler. People are saying, boo, Zack Ryder sucks. I can't help it who I like. I just like certain wrestlers, okay? It's his devotedness to WWE and, the Great Khali and, the Usos are making a comeback. They've been, making their appearances. And I'm laughing. I'm laughing because Cody Rhodes is a bad wrestler. And what does Cody Rhodes do when he's not a good wrestler and can't wrestle with his brother Goldust? Dustin Rhodes? What does he do? He puts on some contact lens, makes his eyes look bloodshot red. He paints his face up, and he calls himself Stardust. Bravo, Cody Rhodes. Bravo. That's sarcastic, Cody. That's sarcastic. If I ever go to another show of WWE, I'm making a sign. I know you're Cody Rhodes, and if I'm right in the area where he jumps up, like in the stage, he'll jump up on the railing, and I'll hold the sign up that says, I know you're Cody Rhodes. I'll even yell and say, I know you're Cody Rhodes! You suck! Okay, yes, I'm positive, but this is my rant. This is my one moment that I can rip into wrestlers and give my honest opinion. That say that these wrestlers are just like... And despite that, my opinions on WWE are kind of wrapped around bubble wrap, and I don't know why. It's because I don't go that far back as a WWE fan. Towards the 2000s, I came in when the era, as I said this on Tommy Talks, when the era of basically the bubble wrap version of D-Generation X came in, and they were trying to bring back Shawn Michaels. That didn't last too long. They ended up splitting up, and that's when we found out that basically Triple H was going to fake a head concussion, leave again, come back, and try to fight The Undertaker, get his butt whooped again, go up against The Undertaker again, lose again, and then become CEO, put a suit on, and then what happened to the spirit? What happened? It died. It seriously died. Triple H was a badass back in the day. He was against people like, he would never put on a suit. You know what it was? It's just because he made more money, and that's what it's all about, making more money. And the old Triple H would have never slapped on a suit and done that. But it's obviously Stephanie has majorly done some major neutering. What do I mean by taking Triple H's balls and cutting them off and putting them into a mason jar and... Okay. How do you feel now? I feel fine, Stephanie. I feel fine, Stephanie. I'm just fine right now. Okay, it's time to be my little puppet. And, people are going to make fun of you a lot. I understand that, Stephanie. I understand that. Okay. By the way, can I have my balls back? No. That is how that went with Stephanie and Triple H. I bet you that Triple H doesn't even make decisions in that household. I bet you Stephanie has Triple H, Hunter Hearns Hensley, wrapped around his finger everywhere she goes. I bet you she doesn't even have to ask him for money. I bet she's like, oh, Hunter, yeah, I'm going to go use some money. I have an opinion that I just don't care. That's, I can tell you, what happens in the Helmsley family, Hunter Hearns Helmsley, which I don't even know if that's his actual real name. I've been saying Triple H this entire time. That's his stage name. But I'll be honest with you folks. I called the WWE home office, which is in New York, and I tested something. I said, Stephanie McMahon, and I was like, it said connecting, and I said, oh my gosh, really? And I'm like, so what do I get? Not Stephanie. I get some secretary saying that they're on the road right now. We'll get back to you. And I left my information with them, and then all of a sudden it's just like I don't hear back from them, and I wanted to get an interview from here, why WWE is so crappy and why they just produce the crap that they do, and they push out crappy wrestlers that are been used before. You want to know who Bray Wyatt is? One word, several words. Husky Harrison. That's who Bray Wyatt is. That's how crappy WWE will get, to the point where they will just push out crap after crap. They take old wrestlers that they have been putting on the shelf, and they grow out a beard, and they give themselves a cult member society thing. That is Bray Wyatt. Husky Harrison. Look at him closely. It's Husky Harrison. Even if you go on Google, Google will say, who is Husky Harrison? It's a current character is Bray Wyatt. Yes, it will say that. I think that's what it will say. It will even show old pictures of him and him as Bray Wyatt right now. You can't tell, but if you look at him close, that's Husky Harrison from the Nexus. Yes, Nexus shampoo makes your hair look all sparkly. I don't know what the Nexus shampoo does exactly, but I definitely know that, to be honest, half of the stuff WWE is releasing right now, I just don't approve of. I think they don't even care about the fan base anymore. They just care about making money, and that's what the business is about, making money. And the only time I'll be happy is when I see, as people call him, the Troll. The only time I'll be happy is when I see Daniel Bryan back in the ring again. And there was a lot of rumors talking about John Cena was possibly leaving. And I'm like, why would WWE fire their babyface? Why would they let go of their babyface? Because John Cena is the highest paid wrestler in the business. And I begin to think that it's just a lie. And one of my thoughts was he was going to go to TNA. Honestly, he was going to go to TNA. But why would somebody so big as John Cena go to TNA? John Cena doesn't have to wrestle, really. All he has to do is just come out and wave people and talk to kids and stuff like that. That's all he does, and then WWE writes him on a check. And there's certain flaws about John Cena that I have that I want to express here today, but I'm not going to say in my rant. But, okay, I want to get on to another subject. The other subject is, who is the Joe Cronin Show? who is Joe Cronin? Now, I'm not going to try to, I'm not, if you think I'm going to kiss his ass, not really. Joe Cronin, I would say, is a friend of mine, YouTube friend. And I watched his I found Joe Cronin because I was looking up Undertaker videos on the losses and people's opinion about The Undertaker. I found Joe Cronin's episode, and he's quite interesting, entertaining. Every night after Monday, he comes on and live streams on YouTube and talks about Monday Night Raw. And honestly, I can agree for what he says about, you know, a lot of Monday Night Raw, and that Joe Cronin is one of these guys I think has high potential, in my opinion, launching all the way out there. You remember me, Joe? When I no. You remember me, Eddie? When I killed your brother, I sounded just like this. That was Elmo. But just to say, fair and balanced, Joe has some ups and downs, but, you know, at the same time, he's still a good YouTuber, produces a lot of good stuff. A lot of his stuff pops up in my feed, and I check out some of it, you know, and he definitely has an entertaining show, definitely A+. You know, I honestly would like to see Joe Cronin go up against Triple H or Hunter Hearns Helmsley or whatever his name is, and I'd like to see Joe Cronin whip his ass, honestly. And to be honest, I see a lot of YouTubers around. I check their channels, and it's his channel is definitely innovative, and I can say that about a lot of YouTubers that I've met, and have a lot to say that people have heart in this business. And you have to have strength. You have to have the understanding that your videos are not getting watched every day, and you have to keep it up. And people like Joe Cronin, people like all sorts of people out there. I'm just going to mention some names: Joe Cronin, Cool Looter, John the Flickster, and Benjamin Perillo, Anthric Blogs, Vlog Montana, Mark Hyder, James Worley, Rich Munich, Gracie Grant. I don't know if you even know she makes videos anymore. A few old friends, Anthony Ramos. He's an old friend of mine. I think that was his name, Ramos. Yeah, Anthony Ramos. I think it was, yeah, Anthony Ramos. I have a bad memory. But if you guys remember him, he's from the old Tommy Talks. And a lot of YouTubers out there, Wet Movie 1, Hero 9 Super 90 or something like that. He's a friend of Brendan Mitchell's friend. And, you know, a lot of YouTubers, you know, it's just about staying in there and doing what you can. Entertainment is this business, and we as people will stick around. All the people I just mentioned are you Hollywooders, because they are you Hollywooders for a reason, because they make videos, because they love it. And some people do it because they want to make money. But the thing is that everybody here on YouTube, and we're providing entertainment. We are the future of entertainment, even though people don't agree. And the fact is, Joe, 2 thumbs way up for your channel, okay, buddy? And my friend Chris, not Chris Perillo, but my other friend Chris. Shoot, I forgot his YouTube channel. I forgot it. Darmore Soul, youtube.com/DarmoreSoul. Check him out. Also, he's a gamer, and he's a cool guy. Got to meet him in person for the first. Got to meet him, hang out with him. He was a guy that I whooped single-handedly for my my world heavyweight GoldenEye championship. You can see that. You can go watch that, actually. I gave him a whooping. The champion is here. Yes, it's a picture of Orma strapped on to a World Heavyweight title. Okay, how original, how unoriginal, Tommy. Oh, yes, I can criticize myself, but the fact is, folks, this has been my rant, and I have to say, check out Joe Cronin, stick the thumb up his ass, like his videos, check him out, because every person I just mentioned, go check out, go watch their videos. Tell them Tommy NC 2010 sent you. The World Heavyweight Champion the World Heavyweight GoldenEye Championship of the World Champion sent you to these people. And as always, folks, check out Joe Cronin's channel and check out all the people I just mentioned in this broadcast. And this has been my WWE rant. And as always, I'm Tommy NC 2010, and I'm keeping you on the inside. Fact.